Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's time to do some gear reviews. Been meaning to do this for a long time. I've got this Lonerider Overlander bag. It's a 30 litre version. I've had it for about a year now and been using it on different trips, and so I just want to give you guys an idea of what I do with it and how I found it and how it goes, etc. Look, it's a great bag. If you've been looking at these, you probably already know they're really at the quality end of the market. It's a very tough, very strong, very waterproof bag, which has been excellent. So I just want to let you know what I do with it and how it works for me. And it's interesting that everyone's got their own setup and their own thing that they do, but I want to let you know how I use it. First of all, how I put it on the bike. Normally I have my bike set up with a top box, as you can see on the back. So for me, this is a bag that I take with me when I'm going on a trip. Maybe it's overnighter or a couple of nights, 2 or 3 nights. Particularly when I'm not camping, I will take this bag and I'll just put it in front of my top box like this. Goes on right here, and I'll show you guys how we secure it all a bit later. But just to give you an idea, I normally run a top box and I use this for when I'm commuting and doing the different things, and then I'll put this Lonerider bag on if I just want to take some stuff. It's a great size bag. I really like the 30 litre option. It's a great size bag for if you just want to throw your clothes in or some stuff for a trip that you're going away for a few nights. And it doesn't get in the way, and I often use it when I don't use my panniers. I do have panniers as well, but if I'm leaving them off, quite often I'll take this bag instead if I haven't got as much stuff to take. So you've probably seen these before and all the different bits. I won't go too deep into the features because obviously you can go to the Lonerider website and have a look at that and see what it is. But it's the thing. I'll tell you the things that I like about it. First of all, these grab handles are great, so just for throwing it around. It comes also with backpack straps, and for me, I took them off the first day I got it. I knew that I wasn't going to use it as a backpack. It's a pretty heavy backpack. But I notice a lot of people really like that feature. So if it's something that you want to have a bag that you can take off the bike, put it on your back. Maybe you've got a bit of a trek to wherever you're staying or something like that, and you want to carry it on your back. Really good for that. But I haven't used it like that. I've simply used it as something that I've got on the bike. And when I get off, use the handles and just take it, normally throw it down in the cabin or wherever you might be staying. I find that really handy and easy. It's got this top part, which they call the beaver tail, which has got all these molly straps on top, so you can obviously affix whatever you like on top of that. I don't tend to use them a lot, but they are handy. I have used them from time to time. And this comes off with a couple of clips, and you can flip it out like this. And on the inside, you've got a place where you could store maps and things, and then you've got this pocket in here which goes in there. And what I've done with that in the past is I've used my CamelBak in there. I've actually put my CamelBak in there, closed this up, run the straw out, and I can actually just reach behind me and get a drink. So I have done that before. Sometimes I'll wear a CamelBak, which I kind of prefer to do if I'm really needing one, but sometimes I'll just put it in there. It's great for also just when you stop, just quick drink, you know. And you don't even have to undo your bag or anything like that. So I've used it like that. Obviously you can just store whatever you need to get quick access to in there, which is great. That whole thing comes off, so it's got straps on both sides, so you can take the whole thing off and you can use it however you like, but you can put it, strap it in on both sides. So let's just get rid of that for the moment. I'll take that off, and you come to the way the bag goes together. On the inside here, you've got this aluminium little bar thing here. You can use that with a loop that you can buy, I think it's stainless steel loop or alloy or something, and then you can lock that to your bike. So that makes it lockable, so you can lock it to your bike if you want. I've never used that, but other people, if you're leaving it around, you're leaving the bag on your bike, you may want to lock it on the bike. Then you come to these 2 side straps here. So this is how you open it up. It's just as simple as one strap there and one here, and all these straps and these buckles are like really good quality, so it's not like cheap stuff. It's really well made. This just simply unrolls and you can access into the bag like that. You can see it's got these extra little plasticky bits, so fully waterproof. When you wrap that up, it's one of the great features of this. So when you roll it up, you can hear all the air. It's got a bleed valve in here, which is just a fantastic feature. So you just open that up as you're rolling it up. I'm doing it backwards now. If I roll that up, sorry, slight interruption there. My dog went wandering off to the neighbour and I had to grab him and put him inside. But I was just rolling this up, so I was showing you with the bleed valve, which is here, lets all the air out. And then you do the bleed valve up, clip that in, both sides. And then normally this would be connected on one side, flip that over, job done. So I just want to give you an idea of what you can put in it. I really like the 30 litre size because I think that's a good size to have on the back of the bike, not too big. So this is a sleeping mattress and a chair and a sleeping bag and a tent. And that's all fits in there pretty easily, pretty loosely. Not a great problem with that. And then people will talk about this red liner. So it's a semi-rigid bag. So you see that even when it's empty, it still sort of holds its shape, which is actually a really good feature. I really like that feature. And that happens because it's got a plastic insert, which is that red bit, which you can sort of just see. Bring that up to the camera. And the idea of the red is that it allows you to see what is in the bag when you pack it in, so it's not all black. Now I must say, I think that's a bit of a gimmick, because once you've got a layer of t-shirts on the bottom or whatever you've got on the bottom, then you can't see the red anyway, so that doesn't do a great deal for me. There's a whole bunch of pockets and bags in there. There's pockets everywhere on this thing. There's molly straps on this side. There's molly straps on that side. There's all sorts of stuff, so it's great. So probably the last thing I want to talk about, if I just do this up roughly, and by the way, when you're out and about, if you're doing stops, you don't have to roll this up all the way. You can literally just fold it over and go like that, and just clip it on if it's dry. If the weather's good and you're not worried you're going to get back in there later, if you're traveling on the road, you're not worried about dust getting in there or anything like that, then that's just as easy to do that. Not quite as waterproof, but that generally doesn't matter. So if I put that top part on, and then normally you would put this over the middle like that. That goes on the bike here, so to give you an idea how it works, you can, that was good, you can fit it either way. So this goes on the bike like this. You get all these short little straps with it. You get everything you need to clip it on. So it's just got 4 straps to hold it on. And obviously they're all sort of preset in length, because you can cinch them up how hard or not that you need them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this is probably the only negative that I have about this is that, sorry, I'll just clip this one on. I haven't quite set this up right because I've just done it for this video. I'll leave that off. Normally I would have that set right. Probably the only negative I have about this in general is that I don't love to carry it, because you end up with these straps on all the time. So then if you take it off and you go riding on a different ride, you sort of got to take these off. It only takes a minute or 2, but I'm just quite lazy, so I can't be bothered with them. So I tend to only use it, you know, when I am going away on a trip and actually need it, and I've got the luxury of the top box. If you're leaving it on all the time, you're using it for every ride, that's not going to be an issue for you at all, because you'll have them on there anyway, and the bag will always be on there. But it sits really well. It holds it very secure, no issues with that whatsoever. I did put another bag on top of it one time, and as I was traveling, it was sort of rocking a bit like this, and that sort of shook a bit of stuff loose on the top. No big deal, just strap it down properly and you'll be fine. But overall, it's a good bag. So that's that. If you're taking it off, obviously just take the 4 off. You've got your handles there and you're taking it off. Overall, how would I rate it as a bag? I think it's excellent. It's extremely well made. It's extremely heavy duty. You're buying a quality product. You've got all the straps and hooks and everything that you could possibly need that you would want in a bag. Fully waterproof and yeah, really excellent. So I would rate it very high. Of course, it costs a bit, so you get what you pay for. So could you do it the same sort of thing with a really cheap duffel bag that's going to cost you probably 1/3 or less of the price of this? Yeah, you could. If that's what you want to do, just shove stuff into a bag and fix it to your bike. for sure you could do that. But this gives you a bit more of a premium offering with a lot of different features and a lot of different things that you can do for it. So it's the Lonerider Overlander 30 litre. The 48 litre is obviously just a bit wider, and depending on your bike and how much gear you want to take, you might prefer that, but I prefer the narrower one. So that's my review of that. I think it's an excellent product, and if you're in the market for something like this, I would recommend it. If you like the video, you want to encourage me some more, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.